Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot, and welcome to the weekend of July 4th through July 6th. And all I can say is before we get started, I hope you're sitting down, get some coffee, get some kind of like cushy pillow as well. You'll be jumping and make some room. This is a time where don't be surprised if you're sitting, you're standing, you're jumping, possibly dancing during this reading. It is amazing. It is an incredible weekend with so much going on. And all I can say when I was looking at the astrology for this weekend is, whoa, wow, maybe a little bit of, prepare to be blessed. I'm just saying, it is incredible. Now, before we get started though, I just want to say thank you guys for all your love and support and all the ways that you lift this channel up. Welcome to our new subscribers. Welcome to the Honey Sea Star family. And seriously, truly, you make a girl feel so blessed. You give me goosebumps and make me melt with all your comments, which I'm sorry I'm behind on, just with all your support in general in every which way, that I truly feel so blessed. Thank you guys so much, and I love you back. So, like I was saying, get ready. That's all I gotta say to start things off, because we are walking into this weekend with July 4th. Now, if you haven't seen the monthly read, check that out, because that's one of our key dates. And spoiler alert, Venus is now entering Gemini. This is where Venus is also conjunct with Uranus when it's still in Taurus before the big day on July 7th. To top that off on July 4th, we also have Neptune going retrograde. And as a spoiler alert too, there's so much going on this weekend that I will promise you, I'm going to do a separate read on Venus entering Gemini for the whole season there, going into depth with a deeper dive on that. And then I'll also do a separate reading on Neptune in retrograde to do a deep dive on that too. But if this wasn't enough as well, like I say, we got Gemini, we've got, Venus in Gemini, we've got a conjunction with Uranus, which is still in Taurus, we've got Neptune going retrograde. We also have the moon in Scorpio being trine with Jupiter, which is exalted in Cancer. And we also have the moon square with Pluto in Aquarius, which is currently in retrograde. And it's also square with Mercury in Leo. So yeah, like I said, get a cup of coffee, maybe a cushy pillow, get some room, sit down, stand up, dance around. This is crazy. And in such a great way. Like I said, be prepared to be blessed. So let's start with Venus in Gemini. So Venus is moving to our sister sign, which is ruled by Mercury as well, along with us, Gemini. And this is going to be standing in our 10th house, career, fame, reputation. This is where all I can say as a brief overhaul, in the simplest way to put it, is get ready to receive. This is a time when Venus moves into Gemini. It draws you closer to a yearning for holistic wholeness, particularly when it comes to your career path, your purpose, your life's ambitions, your life's calling. And when it's in the 10th house like this, like I say, expect it to draw you closer to career, fame, reputation, but in the way where it really manifests in ways of like a raise, a promotion, starting your new business. If you've been putting it aside, putting it on hold, holding back on yourself from pursuing that, as being self-employed as one of your highest ambitions. Venus is going to be giving you some love at this time. And remember, Venus isn't just love. It's all about the love and appreciation of the finer things in life. So she is our heart's desire. And she's in our 10th house, career, fame, reputation. Like I said, this is the time where it's like, when it comes to career, be ready, get ready to receive. And when she's conjunct with Uranus, and Uranus is in Taurus, in our 9th house of expansion, exploration, beliefs, breaking free of rigid structures related to values, possessions, security, this is where the conjunction between the two brings us a gift of change, growth, opportunity, innovative creations, creative thinking that all lead towards personal freedom. And that's going to mean something different to each and every one of us, right? But it's focused on our professional path and our life direction. Now, if that resonates with you, by all means, if you're feeling that energy on the 4th, put a heart in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, share your thoughts and what you're experiencing during this time, because this is the time when Venus moves into Gemini this whole season, but really coming into it on the 4th. It's like fireworks. You are being seen. You're also breaking away from traditional career paths that have been stemmed or put you in a place due to limited beliefs. And Pluto is going to help us with that as well. But now is the time to embrace the new you, the new purpose, your professional path, ambition, and life direction that is really the heart's desire. Because this is the time where it leads you by embracing this energy, by embracing your greatest dreams when it comes to your life direction, your professional path. Even fame, like I say, get ready to receive in that way as well, because Venus is also very social, right? This is about connections, but this is the time, by embracing this energy, working with this energy and taking that leap. It leads to opportunity, it leads to growth, it leads to freedom, and it leads to balance when it comes to your life path. And truly embracing your highest calling, what you've always wanted to do with your greatest ambitions, your heart's desire when it comes to your career. And if that resonates, like I say, by all means, put a heart in the comments below, because right away we are coming in with the tarot energetically with the King of Wands. This is standing in your truth. This is embracing and seeing those shadows with the wands. It's about taking action and creativity when it comes to your vision, embracing and putting all of that energy with enthusiasm towards enterprising, towards your vision, towards your growth, but opening that throat chakra and truly letting your voice sing. Now as well, this is double fire. Then like I say too, we'll talk about it because we've got that Scorpio moon, but this is looking at those hidden talents, especially with Mercury's help and with the Scorpio moon. If there was any limited beliefs, they'll both also be helping you with uncovering those, but more so showing you, helping you with epiphanies of turning those not only into learning opportunities, mentorship opportunities, but as a catalyst towards where you want to go with turning them into your strengths. And again, like I say, with the King of Wands, this is about standing in your leadership. And truly, this whole summer is really about asking yourself, what kind of a leader do I want to be? Because you are standing up for yourself at this time, particularly when it comes to your career path, how you show yourself to the world, how you present with your voice, with your throat being open. And it's standing in that, taking authority, taking leadership, taking action, but it's with a place where you're standing in honesty. You're also looking at your passion and expressing that. And you're making big moves at this time that are also very efficient. You're making wise moves. These are not just leaps of faith, but these are leaps of faith with calculated risk. But it's basically following the call of the heart, the call of the soul. And in doing that, you're inspiring others with each and every movement. And it's through getting into that creative flow. I already have goosebumps, I'm just saying. But this is where, again, you are standing in your strength. You also have that Leo energy talking with Mercury's energy here as well. Again, we've got the fire. This is also walking forward with an open heart towards your professional path, your life direction. You are being seen. Like I say, this is also where you're leading with compassion, with kindness. This is also bringing harmony to your vision and having the courage and personal power to stand up and fight for what you believe in, where you want to go for yourself, for your relationships with Virgo, with Mars and Virgo, I should say as well. Now, during this time as well, like I say, we've got that Scorpio moon. And this Scorpio moon is also trine with Jupiter in Cancer. It's square with Pluto in retrograde. It's square with Mercury in Leo. And so this all allows an opportunity through growth, through freedom, through balance, with Jupiter's kiss being exalted in Cancer, with optimism, blessings, abundance, This is allowing you an opportunity to bring forth deep transformation. And with the Scorpio moon being in our 11th house, with Jupiter being trine in Cancer with the moon in our 11th house, it brings harmony with expanding your social circle, deepening your supportive bonds. And again, your 11th house is your long-term goals, your networks, your support systems. Jupiter is hopes, wishes, dreams, blessings, abundance. This is the time to collaborate and to collaborate smartly. And with the Six of Pentacles, this is where you have got equal reciprocity. This is giving and receiving aid, right? Sharing with others, imparting knowledge and experience, financial management, incorporating all of it. And like I say, especially with so much pointing towards breaking away from traditional career paths, towards your true calling, I do see a lot of this having to involve with really owning your own business or going after something that really requires you to step into the shoes of the leader, to step into the shoes really where you're the inventor, you're creating the masterpiece, you're leading others, teaching others in any kind of leadership role. But that's really what I'm getting most with this energy. And like I say, this is just the 4th. We're just walking into this weekend. We haven't even touched Saturday or Sunday yet. It's amazing. But with this energy, you are being blessed. Collaborate smartly because you're being blessed with the right partners. And that's also what the Six of Pentacles is all about, right? And it roots us with that Taurian energy with Uranus, right? If you've experienced struggles with power struggles, like working with people that are like-minded or that aren't just influenced in self-motivations, don't maybe have your best interest at heart. This is where instead that Taurian energy in our 9th house with Uranus, expansion, exploration, breaking free of rigid structures, especially when it becomes related to values, possessions, security. This is where balance is coming in your partnerships with who you're working with, and you're being blessed with the right partners going forward as soon as Venus enters Gemini. Now, during this time as well, like I say, Pluto is in retrograde in our 6th house. This is also a catalyst for change to align your energies, your actions, your manifestations with your needs, and also allowing you the empowerment to redefine success, reclaim your power, confront self-limited beliefs, and bring balance and symmetry, harmony, integration, harmony of opposites, but most importantly, harmony and reciprocity in your career house, in your 11th house, long-term goals, legacy. I'm just saying I have goosebumps. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Like I say, like, share, subscribe. That way we can get this message out to as many Virgos as we can, because this is the time with Pluto's help through all of this. Basically, the biggest thing that I got, and I can't say enough, is that if there's a career move, a job in your career that you've always wanted, but you've been holding yourself back from for whatever reason, with whatever limited belief, right? This is the time, now is the time that Pluto is urging you to go for it. And also too, the square between the moon and Pluto is urging you to confront those deep-seated issues that have held you back. Seek the transformation that's seeking you, because truly this, oh my goodness, especially with Saturn in our 8th house right now in Aries, this is your karmic justice. It brings balance to the scales. And again, we've got that 11. This is a very spiritual number, right? But it also speaks towards mastery. It speaks towards balancing the polarities in any given situation. And it offers us incredible spiritual insight. And again, it's about singing your song. It's standing in your truth. This is about also too standing in equitable situations, good karma coming towards you, balance and harmony coming through integration, innovation, breaking free from those limited beliefs, whatever's been holding you back. And especially when it comes to rigid structures, when it comes to value, possessions, security, this is the time where Pluto is urging you, go for it, brother, go for it, sister. we have your back. You've got us on your side. And that being said as well, the Honey Sea Star family is also on your side as well. Now, like I say as well, we also have Mercury being square in Leo in our 12th house with the moon in Scorpio during this time as well. And so this is a time with Mercury square, thank you, it helps us with seeing those challenges clearly, right? Those deep-seated fears, hidden self-limited beliefs, especially when it comes to rigid structures, again. But it also allows us with this square to tap into those hidden talents, tap into your inner compass, your intuition, your connection with the divine, and most importantly, fearlessly do the inner work that's needed with whatever's holding you back, whatever issue, and tackle it at the root. And then turn that limited belief, that self-limitation, into your strength. Remember, your ideas, especially with Mercury and Leo, are gold right now. And this is where Mercury is helping you, particularly on July 4th, with all of this gift when it comes to your career and going after what truly is meant for you, what you've always yearned for in a very holistic way, your soul's purpose, your heart's calling, your heart's desires, standing in your creative flow. This is where Mercury is helping you with uncovering and addressing those hidden shadows at the root. And again, with the death card, death sounds so negative, but this is where you're putting an end to those and you're releasing those self-limited beliefs and you're reclaiming your power with the divine feminine's energy and help with that 13. And remember, 13 also reduces to a 4. So this combines new beginnings with the 1, with a dynamic balance and synergy with the 3 that forms the stable foundation and balance for you to stand on. And like I say, by going after this, taking this leap, embracing what's meant for you, success, opportunity, growth, freedom, balance comes to you. And this is where it's basically a liberation and a rebirth. This is also a revolution, a transformation, the end of an old phase, the start, more importantly, of something new. This is your beginning. And like I say, we're just getting started into the weekend. Prepare to be blessed. This is only the 4th. I'm just saying. So as we walk further into this weekend on the 5th, there's more to come. The sun, which is in Cancer, is in our 11th house, happens to be trine with the moon in Scorpio, which is also in our 11th house. This is where you are being blessed with the perfect blend of emotional depth and taking practical action. So it's like looking at your hopes, your dreams. And again, Jupiter's in our 11th house too still. So this is all about blessings, luck, prosperity, abundance, wishes, hopes. This is where you're being blessed with basically looking at the depth of those blessings. Oh my goodness, thank you. It wanted to come out, so I'm going to keep it. But this is where you're looking at the depth of those dreams, those hopes, those wishes. You're looking at the action that's needed to really take with this. And you're marrying that perfect blend of energy where basically it's allowing you to really receive when it comes to your 10th house, your career, your fame, your reputation, your aspirations, long-term legacy, life direction, professional path. And like I say, this is just such an exciting weekend. I can't help it. I'll try and settle down. But if this resonates, by all means, and you've got goosebumps too right now, your ears are ringing too, put a heart in the comments below, because this is where, I think this came out first, you are standing in the Empress power on the 5th. This is about not only taking practical action, marrying it with the perfect blend in your emotion. And remember, manifestations are intent, emotions, and action, all in synergy, right? You're attracting and you're utilizing those laws of attraction. And so by channeling this energy, use it to pursue your goals with courage. Refine your approach, particularly when it comes with leveraging strategy, leveraging your strengths, refining those deep-seated perceptions of what you think or perceive to be weaknesses within your qualities, within your talents, due to limited beliefs, but instead approach them by tackling them as opportunities, leading to further expansion, further growth, because this is the time truly to get out there and stand in your Empress power. This is all about fertility in what you're pursuing, right? In what you're creating, what you're going after. And this is the time truly where it's like the universe is saying with this trine, get out there and go for it. Just saying. But this is where, like I say, you are birthing this something new. You're utilizing your resources. You're also giving it the tender love and care, the nurturing that it needs with what you're building, what you're creating. And the Empress is also about enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? And enjoying that journey. And again, it speaks to Venus. And Venus is blessing you here in Gemini, in your 10th house. Again, it's your heart's calling. Again, it speaks to that earth energy, I'm just saying, but with the 3, this is a dynamic balance with the development of your projects, your ideas, your relationships, and it leads to growth and progression. This is the time where it leads you to breakthroughs, but in practical action, step by step in how to really forge that path. And it's utilizing those limited beliefs and structuring them with strategy, with seeking mentorships, making connections. Like now is the time to use this vulnerability to make meaningful connections with collaborations, mentorships, support systems, so that you can stand in your personal power and be empowered with gratitude while raising your vibration for your manifestations. This is where the world is standing in your favor. This is a time of triumph, assured success, celebration, holistic wholeness, contentment, but the brand new opening of your chapter when it comes to pursuing freedom in your professional path and your life direction, because you truly are being seen right now. And this also has a lot to do with Saturn. And remember, Saturn is discipline, structure, karma. This is your justice, your karmic justice, and the wheel is turning in your favor with leveraging and utilizing every bit of your resources in your vulnerability, every hidden talent in your creative flow, all of your wisdom that you've learned along the journey. And especially with Mercury and Leo tapped into our 12th house of spirituality, you're connecting with the divine right now. You're allowing yourself to step into those fool's shoes and see the world with a heart light as a feather, particularly when it comes to your manifestations. This is also a time, too, where the 21 reduces to a 3. So it's a mixture of social talent, substance, imagination, optimism. Jupiter's coming in there, too. Community in your collaborations. Coherence when it comes to your emotions. Self-regulation, especially with that Scorpio moon. Scorpio moons really take that deep dive, right? Anything that's at the surface is never sufficient for Scorpio. We take the deep dive and we go all into the depths so that we can really marry and merge and transform better and stronger and brighter because of it. Now, we also pulled the 5 of Wands. This is where I think, like I say, we're going to get a lot of help with Pluto. We're going to get a lot of help with Mercury and Leo. So basically, if you've had clash of ambitions, if you're feeling the chaos of self-limited beliefs, if there's competition that you've been encountering with those promotions, remember, Venus in Gemini tends to manifest in our 10th house with promotions, a raise, some kind of support system in your ambitions through your collaborations, mentorships, with your coworkers, with your leadership. This is the time where you're bringing unity where there was a lack of unity before, where there wasn't team spirit, where you've been experiencing envy from others or quarrels, disputes, and instead you're building and receiving a new cycle that brings change, a lot of change, mind you, too, especially with Uranus moving, because spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the monthly reading, check it out. But basically another key date for us is on 7/7. Not only is it the Mystics Gate portal, but it also is a time, first time in 84 years, that Uranus is moving to Gemini as well. So this is where Mars in Virgo is going to be helping us with grounding with all the change, because this weekend in general, with all the blessings that you're going to be receiving, all this transformation when it comes to open doors coming in, being seen in your career, experiencing fame, because this also has a lot to do with social media or media in general. This is where Mars will help you with keeping your toes on the ground, keeping yourself grounded, because it will very much feel like a cloud nine. But this is ushering in a brand new cycle of change. And again, we've got Saturn kissing you here with blessings when it comes to structure, discipline, building wealth, and most importantly, your karma being received, your just deserves. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Share your story. Sorry, I'm getting a little froggy here as well. But this is the time, like I say, to use your vulnerability to make meaningful connections at this time. Not only with mentorships, collaborations, support systems, but it helps you with standing in your personal power. Because remember, your strength comes from being vulnerable and being able to share that, and also being open to receive education, new support. This is where really, truly, I know culturally we've always been told that vulnerability is your weakness, but truly this is where you're standing in your most leadership quality, and I cannot stress that enough. Now, during this time as well, you can do anything that you set your mind to, especially when you're raising your vibrations with being empowered and standing in your personal power with gratitude during this time. Like I say, we have so many transits and aspects going on between the sextiles, between the square aspects, between the trine now, with the sun and the moon on the 5th. And so this is a time where truly the universe is really building you up to let you truly know just how powerful you are. You truly can put your mind to or do anything that you set your mind to. And particularly right now, the universe is blessing you with the perfect support system to help you with making the right steps in your lifestyle improvements that lead you to success and lead you to your highest timeline on your path of light. Now, if that wasn't enough, I'm just saying, on July 6th, we also are blessed with even more. Like I say, this whole astrological weekend, and spoiler alert, it's just all to prepare you for like the biggest day, July 7th, which we've got more to come beyond that for July. Check out the monthly reading if you haven't, because on the 6th, Venus, like I say, it's in Gemini in our 10th house, is going to be sextile with Saturn and also with Neptune. Now, both of those guys are in Aries in our 8th house. Our 8th house is transformation, shared resources, legacy. Prepare to be blessed as you walk into this next week on the 6th. This is just, okay, let's just pull these out because I'm getting goosebumps again. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, so like I was saying, Saturn and Neptune are blessing you during this time. So Saturn, structure, discipline, building wealth, karma, in action in Aries, transformation in your 8th house, shared resources, legacies. Neptune, our planet of dreams. Aries, in action in our 8th house, transformation, taking action towards our dreams. Prepare to be blessed. This is an aspect where when these two planets are sextile with Venus and Gemini in our 10th house, it will prove to be quite beneficial for your career and your relationships. I know, big surprise. So is the 4th, so is the 5th. You see where this is all going, right? So specifically with this aspect, this sextile between Venus and Saturn and Neptune, it basically really looks at and points towards recognition increased popularity, but in a very good way. It has positive career feedback involved as well. And so, like I say, if you're going for a raise, going for an interview, seeking a job that you've kind of been like really wanting but holding yourself back for because you don't see that you're qualified or don't feel that you're qualified enough for, or really taking that leadership role, this is the time where you are being seen, but you're also getting positive career feedback. Go for that interview, go for that job, because you have especially increased popularity in a very good way at this time. And it also has a lot to do with media and social media. So with Venus and Gemini, it's truly helping you with clear thinking, making wise decisions, strategy in your planning and in your actions, especially when it comes to new growth opportunities. Like I say, if you weren't sitting down, I hope you were sitting down when I just said that. This is where, again, with the Queen of Pentacles, this is coming to the table, being grounded as well with that Mars energy in Virgo. And remember, Mars is in our first house in Virgo. That's basically fighting for yourself, fighting for your relationships, fighting for what you believe in, particularly when it comes to your legacy, your long-term goals, your hopes, dreams, aspirations. This is where you're coming to the table, making wise decisions through strategic moves, and you're being seen. You're getting positive feedback for the work that you do, for the wisdom that you've built, for the tools that you've mastered. And wealth is coming in, success is coming in, and it's particularly when it comes to relationships, it's all about that foundation of trust. So this is also building security with practicality. And if that resonates, by all means, and you've got goosebumps right now, put a heart in the comments below, share your thoughts in the comments below on what you're receiving this weekend, because this is the time where not only is Venus blessing us with new growth opportunities, you've got the charm, you've got the gift to gab, your ideas are gold with Mercury and Leo, but when it comes to gift to gab in particular, with colleagues, partners, superiors, you have the blessing that allows you to leave behind what no longer serves you and move forward with strength. May even require travel as well, but you're looking forward to a brighter horizon. And again, that moon is blessing you here as well with that intuition. So Neptune is raising your intuition and heightening your sensitivity to responding to your inner compass in a very physical way. You'll feel it in your body. You'll feel it quite naturally as well, with Mercury being in your 12th house right now as well, especially when it comes to going after your Ace of Pentacles. This is new beginnings that lead to prosperity, financial gain, opportunity, change in career opportunities, and in financial matters, especially with Saturn's help. That's building wealth, right? And Saturn, along this time, when you're following that inner compass, is leading you in a very strategic way, showing you the structure, showing and delivering you your karmic justice when it comes to building your wealth. And it's going to take that discipline. And like I say, remember, keep in mind, Mars is blessing you here as well with helping you stay grounded, because this whole weekend, do not be surprised if you're feeling like you're floating on cloud 9. And if that wasn't enough, I know, but this is where, again, if you were lost in monotony, say you were in a job that was really very rigid structures, like you were preconditioned to go after something that you felt was very safe, but it wasn't your true calling, right? But it pays the bills kind of situation is what's really coming into mind. Or say, like, rather than go after your dreams, you were preconditioned and encouraged to go after something that was more steady, more safe. With everything changing as much as it is, not only in 2025, but then going into 2026, and spoiler alert, 2027 is going to be very exciting as well. You're finding that, especially with Uranus jumping into Gemini on the 7th, hasn't happened again in 84 years. All of our outer planets are aligning and have been aligning and changing signs within the last 6 months. And Uranus is the last one that's doing that. This is where we're finding that what was safe before, what was steady before, is maybe no longer the case. But most importantly, what it's really doing is it's shaking things up. It's bringing breakthroughs, and the universe is bringing you in your true cup when it comes to your professional path, your life direction, your freedom, your opportunity, your creative flow, your soul's path, your path of light, and your highest timeline. This is being handed to you, like I say, that not only this weekend, but get ready. This is just a precursor for not only the rest of July, but walking into next week with July 7th, with the 7-7 portal here coming into play as well. But before we do that, we also have on the 6th, the moon going into Sagittarius. And it's also trine with Saturn and Neptune. And it's also sextile with Pluto, which is in retrograde in Aquarius, which is our catalyst for really standing in our personal power, right? Reclaiming our personal power, redefining what success means to us. I know, I hope you're sitting down or maybe standing up and doing a happy dance right now. I am on the edge of my booty right now too. And if that resonates, by all means, like I say, put a heart in the comments below, share your thoughts, like, share, subscribe. We're all in this together in our Honey Sea Star family, in our Virgo family, because this is the time where truth, grounding, embracing your adventure, making meaningful changes, navigating practical matters, but doing it flawlessly, with much needed spiritual healing, with psychological resilience when it comes to staying steady with a determined mindset through exploring hidden matters, life's mysteries, embracing life's magic. That is where we're ending this weekend, walking into next week, walking into the July 7-7 portal with the arrival of prosperity with the Six of Staffs. This is triumph again, success. And it's really due to the fruits of your labor. It leads you to personal satisfaction that more is aligned to your authentic path, your authentic self. This is also where if you had been dealing with conflict, right? Leaving conflict especially that's been leaving you feeling defeated. You're flipping the scales. This is your karmic justice. There's a peaceful end to that conflict. You're moving on. You're coming to a resolution and closing that with release, forgiveness, and more importantly, releasing those self-limited beliefs that have confined you. And instead, you're moving towards your prosperity. I have goosebumps again, I'm just saying. This is a crazy, awesome weekend. Like I say, with everything going on, and I do promise it'll be 2 reads in one day, so stay tuned. But I'll go into a deeper dive of what Venus truly means for us during Venus's season in Gemini, I should say. What that truly means for us in the whole transition of it, how long it's going on. We'll do a deep dive. Also, too, same thing with Neptune's retrograde. I'll do another reading as well, so stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to try my best to get 2 readings done. Those will come out on the 4th. So you'll have them for when everything happens. But before we go here as well for this weekend reading, especially like I say, because this is the weekend where it's like, whoa, wow, prepare to be blessed. Get ready to receive. Go for it. Get out there. I don't know how else to put it. I have goosebumps again, but this is the weekend where it's the beginning of everything when it comes to your professional path, your life direction. And so before we go as well, let's get some messages from our ancestors here. And so Spirit, ancestors, what, thank you, guidance do you have for us with everything that's going on in July and this weekend? Okay, my ears are seriously ringing right now. Put a heart if yours are too in the comments below, because we've got the wolf with the Pathfinder. Again, release your past and start the new journey. You are a teacher and you help others find their way. Again, this whole summer is just a precursor to what your life is going to look like next year come February 2026. But this is the summer to really ask yourself, what kind of leader do I want to be? It'll be big shoes to fill, and you can do it. You've got everything in you, within you, to fulfill your life's purpose. This is where Spirit is saying you are meant to help others find their way too. And in your action, in your bold, inspired action, taking these leaps in your life direction, reclaiming your power, with every step, you inspire others to do the same as well by lifting them up. This is also a time where Spirit is preparing you. Your ancestors are preparing you as well, that there will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power, especially with the wolf. The wolf is guiding you. Wolves are very, very sacred. This is like such a blessing to be able to end this reading with this, I'm just saying. But this is also where Spirit is reminding you that you have a love that endures. Be prepared to be blessed this weekend because the universe is surrounding you with love at this time. And same thing goes for your Honey Sea Star family. I'm just saying, we are all here lifting you up, supporting you, sending you so much love at this time. And like I say, if you've got goosebumps right now along with me, put a heart in the comments below. I have had them so much in this reading. It's making me giddy, and I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. But before we go as well, so like I say, change is coming. Go for it. This is the universe saying now is the time to reclaim your power because success is meant to be yours. Let go of whatever has been holding you back. This is the time where we got you. Prepare to be blessed. And so music medicine will really help you with tapping in, aligning your chakras, clearing out that south node energy, right? And so we pulled a lot. I mean, look at this. They're not in the order I think that I pulled. Maybe they are. I can't remember. But either way, look at how much change, how many blessings are being ushered in for you. So with music medicine, we pulled an E, an A, an F sharp, a G, and an F sharp again. So practice this music here. Also, too, what I'm really seeing with chakras is focus on your heart's calling, right? Tapping into that crown chakra as well. Utilizing your throat chakra and standing in that sacral energy. That is learning to use the past as a tool to move yourself forward, not only in your present day life, but towards the future that is truly meant for you, your true life direction. And so focus on these chakras. Remember to drink plenty of water when you do your meditations, especially with so much going on energetically this weekend. Not only does water hold memory, but it helps us with detoxifying those limited beliefs, right? Letting go what no longer serves us, as well as replenishing our aligned energy to truly align and channel the blessings that are coming towards you energetically in this weekend and at this time. Now, color therapy as well, what we've got. We've got greens, we've got teals, we've got magenta, and we also have yellow. And so try playing around with those colors as well. They will really help you, especially with empowering you to stand and reclaim your power and stand in your power with redefining your success and with going after your professional path that's truly meant for you and the life direction that's truly meant and seen through your soul's eyes. And so I truly hope that this reading helps. I am sending you guys so much love and light. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you in the next reading.